Good to go. I know I screwed up the last couple episodes by throwing an intro on here, but the only thing close to an intro that I've even got close on my board right now is this drop.
Fuck it.
And then, of course, I still have
Glizzy Gang.
Glizzy Gang, always at the ready.
Glizzy Gang always plays.
Well, welcome back to the Too Much Dip live stream, Thursday night pre-NFL live stream. As you can see, if you're watching us here, you've got one David Lil Can Rough.
No, my hand's just fucking huge.
Okay. As well as not Dylan Shivery.
That's
Correct.
me, I think. I think that means I'm not Dylan Shivery.
Yeah, thanks for filling in last minute.
Of course.
For Dylan. That is always appreciated.
I'm doing double work out of the bullpen today, KJ. I got voicemails going this morning for Will. I got the Too Much Dip live stream tonight.
Woo!
Dylan, I'm ready to talk sports.
Trying to get them fill-ins. Well,
Dude, apartment looks great, by the way. Notice Brett's new digs.
Thank you. Couple years to look around right there. Nice little spot.
get that. See all those fill-in checks. Yeah, vaulted and everything.
I turned in my keys today, KJ, to the lovely Tree Apartments.
Yeah, shout out to South First in Austin. If you want a place to overpay for, average dwellings and an above-average pool, go check out the Tree.
Yeah, no complaints.
Fun fact, the guy that we have on doing picks with us tonight, noted PGP contributor and Internet Party Zone, John Duda, once lived next to the now defunct Hooters in Austin.
Riverside.
Like directly across from it. Yeah, Riverside Hooters, rest in peace.
I once tried to walk there from Brett's old apartment. It didn't go well. It was quite hot. I think I made it to like the Gordo's on South First, like the trailer park. This is all niche Austin talk that nobody cares about, but it was not a great trip. Like, what would I have done if I got into fucking Hooters, like walking there in August, like just sweated and stared at everybody? No, wasn't good.
Yeah, they were calling. I remember because I went there with them once, and they all knew him as Johnny 10-Piece. It was weird. It was cool, man. Like he got like VIP service, but
Daytona Dan or Duda, right? You know what this is called?
Dude, they called him Dude Tona.
Well, before we pull him on, if you think it's appropriate to wait, it's up to you. But I wanted to treat the people to a quick little surprise party. I know we save sports parties for Mondays, but it's okay with you. Let's do a quick little sports party for the people here on a Thursday night.
Oh, wow. We really are partying. I was not prepared.
It is Ryder Cup season, day, weekend. David, what the hell are we looking at as far as the Ryder Cup? I'll pull up the matchups while you vamp for us here.
Yeah. Well, we're
What's
looking
this
at some
team?
golf starting early tomorrow morning. I think 7:05 is our first tee time. We're coming out of the gates real hot. Friday foursome. That's not something else. It's who do we got? Oh yeah, we got JT and Spieth, the premier pairing versus Garcia and Rahm. So we have the two Spaniards versus the two whitest guys in America, JT and Jordan Spieth.
They seem to be doing okay for themselves. I guess what I'm also seeing here is everyone's pipe dream, so to speak, of getting a Koepka Bryson pairing. Is that out of the question now, or is this just Friday?
Yeah. No, that was never going to happen.
Dave, are you familiar the pod system? What is the pod system?
Well, that's when you get laid off from your startup company, and then you and your buddies start a podcast network.
Okay.
And then you hire a guy from Barstool, and then you hire a wacky guy that you met at a meetup in Chicago, and then you just see what happens.
Get this off of here.
That is the pod system. Oh, cheers to that.
Hang on. Not to be confused with the POG system, which I am not familiar with that reference.
Oh, I can fill you in there for sure. While the public thinks it's just fat ass white girls. Some might also search pale ass white girls sometimes. Who knows? Hypothetically speaking.
Do we need to just bring the guy on if we're going to do a crank corner?
I think it's more of like a cuck situation. Like he has to sit here and watch us do his bits, like from the green room. Before we bring Dude on real quick, I did want to just completely get all of my baseball knowledge out of here. Mostly because I listened to like a live radio segment today and it contained incredible information. But Tampa Bay Rays clinched the first AL position in the playoffs last night, sometime recently. Who the fuck knows?
I did see
the Rays did?
The Rays did. Third year in a row they've made the playoffs. Last year, as you know, were in the World Series, lost to the Dodgers and COVID positive Justin Turner. I'll never get it right. Whichever one's going to make the music artist.
That's going to make dozens of people happy in South Florida.
Exactly. Notable for their empty stadium. But what is also really cool about the Tampa Bay Rays situation is their manager and general manager's approach to fielding a team. Shout out to Dan McDowell on the ticket for most of these facts. But I think they've played something like 141 games this year and used 140 different lineups. They've got a pitcher who's pitched essentially every part of the game, like all 9 innings, but I don't mean that in a complete game sense. Like come into the game in each of the 9 innings. Like they don't deploy a starting pitcher, middle relief, and a closer. They just run with what works against the lineup based on analytics. It's transpired over 2 different GMs, which is pretty unique. And they're doing it with one of the lowest payrolls out there in baseball, which usually defines the champs, which is, I think pretty cool.
I did see that.
On top of the fact that Tyler Glasnow's been out since like May. And then you've got one of the best farm systems. So shout out to the Tampa Bay Rays. That is baseball talk for those who said we wouldn't do it in the middle of football season.
Shout out to their families. I've got an announcement before we bring our special guest on. Thursday, it's Thursday evening, which means it's my Friday evening.
Okay.
Oh.
Added value.
It's okay. I'm adding a little value here with a little Licky D. So I'm going alcohol free.
What is Licky D? Oh, liquid. Okay. I'm going Wasatch Pumpkin right here.
Okay.
That's just like drinking baby food.
It's not bad. It's not great. It's not bad though.
Well,
with pure pumpkin.
Without further ado, you know him as John Duda, the writer. I don't really know him, so I'm just excited to have this opportunity to meet him. So let's bring John Duda on. See if I can't fuck this up.
Oh,
I've got it. Here we go.
Oh, there he is.
What's up, fellas? Can you hear me okay?
Better
John,
than
you
I
sound
imagined.
phenomenal.
His followers.
There we go. Just make sure we've got everybody in line here. John, welcome to the show. What's up, man?
Not too much. Appreciate you guys having me on. I don't really do a lot of gambling, so this will be interesting. I noticed Dylan picked all chalk though for his picks.
Is that shocking at all?
Classic Dylan. Just
Look at his big boy stack. I don't want to spoil it, but his big boy stack is the most predictable big boy stack ever.
It's like why do you even have him on? You replaced him with Brett.
That has last day of school vibes from Dylan. He was 1 foot out the door to San Diego. He's like, I only know of one team who's playing this weekend.
Well,
that's not even the weekend.
Before we get into college football, dude, I do want the people are asking how that flow's doing. Let's see a full profile.
Oh, baby.
It's coming in.
Dude,
Coming in nicely.
I genuinely am disgusted by how much I like it. Like in a real sense, it looks really good.
So my hope is to get one more. What is it called? Like a lineup on the sides. I'll be in Austin the week of October 12th, so I'm hoping to meet. Excuse me. I'm hoping to get a little Woodrow's night in with everyone on the call.
Whoa.
I know Mike is getting married that weekend, but I'm not going to that. So,
You know what? I'll make sure that time's etched out on my calendar. How about that?
Bro,
I mean, I don't know about if David's going to go, but I'm definitely going to be there.
I'll be there, but Duda, you should totally crash his wedding, dude.
Oh man, that's a great movie. I quote it at the bar all the time.
Hey, lock it up, man.
Girls love it.
Well, since we do have the king of the crank corner on with us, I guess we
It's
should.
Casey Musgraves this week.
Well, it's this week and every week for me, but you know what? I can share it with
AJ,
you.
could we agree that the new stuff is a little meh?
I won't die on a hill for it. How about I'll say that.
It's not great.
It's going to take some time to be fully in the rotation.
She was never going to come out with anything as good as the last album.
Golden Hour, fair. But I think it's the problem of like, hey, I've got a concept in my mind and I want to make an album based on that concept, and got a little stuck with the title and the concept and not enough on the songs. I'll say that.
Also, nobody wants to watch a music video.
An hour-long music video?
Like this, unless it's going on. Did you guys ever watch BET After Hours?
Yes.
Oh yeah. I can think of one specific Ludacris video.
A little video called Tip Drill, gentlemen.
Oh, yeah.
Sliding credit cards in orifices,
Does that play in 2021 is the question.
I don't think so.
They just have QR codes, though. You just do the Venmo scan right on the butt cheek.
Sure.
I did see a stripper with a tattoo of a QR code on her ass cheek.
I respect it, as all
Capitalism.
All should. Well, fellas, what are you rocked up for the college football slate? David, you want to start us off here?
Man, I was kind of rocked up for Ryder Cup. I'm double rocked up. Even though tomorrow I will be on the course, I will be following it very closely, depending on what kind of 5G I've got. But you know what, KJ? I don't want to cuck you, but like SMU TCU, as a DFW guy, the Skillet battle, like I'm in. It's gonna be a good one.
Fair.
Do they actually make skillet queso for the game?
No.
That's a missed opportunity.
Frog leg.
Missed opportunity.
Brett, what's on the ledger for you college football wise before we push this along?
Well, I just want to say I'm rocked up for the Sabres to die in a tire fire potentially.
I was going to ask you what happened to that captain ship. I forgot about that.
The most petty move in the history of sports, KJ. Jack Eichel is out the door. They won't let him get surgery, the surgery he wants. They prefer the fusion. He prefers the disc replacement, right? This stalemate is going nowhere. He's never playing for the Sabres again. All he wants to do is leave and get healthy. And they at a press conference, at their fucking introductory press conference, had the gall, and it wasn't Kevin Adams, it was the Pagulas, Terry and Kim, who beloved by so few, have the gall to tell Kevin Adams to go out there and say, oh yeah, by the way, Jack Eichel's no longer captain of the Sabres. No shit. He's never going to play again. He doesn't want to play there. And they just had to kick him while he's down by saying, we're relinquishing his captaincy because he does not exude the type of leadership consistent with our values.
John Duda, you had a question.
Yeah, I was wondering what kind of stick Brett used to play with. Was it a Nike Vapor?
No, dude. I was an Easton S17 or S19 guy back in the day.
I feel like the Nike Vapor was like the you bought it as a status symbol more than like functionality.
Yeah, dude, it was the do you remember the Easton Synergy Grip? Was a big one. That was like half our team got that.
No. But
that's I
actually
got delivered.
I don't know how well versed you are in college hockey, but Michigan State won the 2007 national championship
against my friends at Boston College.
Oh, really? Well, I actually split my forehead open at Michigan State's home rink. You can't see my scar here, but I have 20 stitches, a scar, 20 stitches from falling over. A girl clipped me with the back of her ice skate while I was falling down.
No shit.
Yeah, in 5th grade, it was pretty violent.
Did you then receive a letter from a mysterious boarding school?
No, but I did. So I got the stitches. This was in like December, late December, and I played with a mask like Rip Hamilton for the rest of my basketball
That's tight.
season. So it worked out.
Rip
You
Hamilton.
missed out on the magical education of Hogwarts, but I'll take the Rip Hamilton mask any day.
Dave,
Okay.
can we get a Harry Potter doodly do?
If I like,
board for sure.
we'll see. You know, it just depends on how it goes. If I like your pick, maybe I'll give it to you.
Okay. I have one pick for the weekend, if I may.
Yeah, absolutely.
Michigan State -3. They're playing Nebraska at 7 p.m. at Michigan State. Mel Tucker has the entire conference on notice right now, the entire Big Ten on notice. This could be the start of a decade-long just domination of the rest of the Big Ten East.
Okay. Well, the rest of the okay.
This is a classic trap game, though. They're favored by 3 points. Nebraska is playing sneaky well.
Yeah.
They almost beat Oklahoma last weekend. Should be a good game. Still gonna take State though.
Phenomenal. KJ, if I could, I know I used my rocked up segment to talk about something I was steaming on, but I want to use the other half of my rocked up segment to actually give a game that I'm excited about and piss off a fan base in the process, if that's cool with you.
It's what we do best.
Arkansas Razorbacks at home against those trash humans from College Station. See you later, top 10. Arkansas goes in money line and gets the dub at home easily. Arkansas was an unbelievable team against Texas.
Let me just say, Facer, I know a few people from College Station who are not trash.
There are a few. I'll give you that.
There's no one in Brian that isn't trash though. In the city of Brian.
I feel like guys who went to Texas A&M are the people who text girls after they see them at a party and are like, "Why didn't you give me a hug tonight?"
They're the thanks for the invite. Replying to Instagram story guys.
They're hug guys. Like, where's my hug at parties?
Under the arms.
You know who would be really mad at this segment is Michael, Bud Light's ultimate tailgater.
Noted A&M Aggie.
I love this bit. This is one of my favorites.
He's doing the Bernie.
Bud Light Lime.
David, you want to treat us to some words on DraftKings before we touch on NFL here?
I've been championing it the bit. It's week 2 of college football. It's in the books. Now it's time to review the tape, which we've all been doing, and get ready for week 3, which we're deep in with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. To kick off another action-packed week, DraftKings is giving new customers $150 instantly when they bet $1 on any football game. Listen up, because you don't want to miss this. Head to DraftKings Sportsbook app now and place a bet of $1 on any game this week, any football game, to receive $150 in free bets instantly. If a sportsbook's not available in your state yet, DraftKings still has a huge cash prize for you, a bunch of them actually, all season long with their daily fantasy contests. DraftKings is giving all new customers a free shot at millions of dollars in total prizes with their first deposit. Check this out. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use promo code WASHED. That's promo code WASHED to receive $150 in free bets when you place a $1 bet on any football game. That's promo code WASHED. This week at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. It must be 21 or older. New Jersey, Indiana, or Pennsylvania only. New customers only. Minimum $5 deposit and $1 wager required. One per customer. Restrictions do apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Gambling problem? 1-800-GAMBLER. Or in Indiana, 1-800-9-WITH-IT. Sorry, my son's over here.
Dude, you crushed that.
Thanks, man. It's 1-800-9-WITH-IT.
Well
David,
done.
David flu game rough right there. Power dog.
You want to know that
But
how
seriously,
that was more on the rails than to like spin it back to sports than like 90% of the Manning cast. I fully enjoyed the process, but what you just delivered there was probably more cogent than like half of the things you've heard any guest on the Manning cast say.
What is he drinking out of that red cup? Have you guys talked about that?
We haven't talked about it at all. We missed it last week. I had it on the rundown completely. I forgot about it altogether. So
I heard it was Bud Light Lime.
Do they even make that anymore?
it's a good question.
Yeah.
We had that same question today, John.
No, they actually don't. He's actually getting it directly from Michael, Bud Light's ultimate tailgater.
You guys remember Bud Light Platinum?
didn't they kill that knight that was rocking Bud Light Platinum? Like they were like, this is so bad. Like we're just going to go ahead and murder a character in our commercials to get rid of the beer.
It's like Rutgers stole their mascot from Bud Light's Knight. Like they're so awful, and I wish they weren't in the Big Ten.
And that mascot had sex with Cletus from NFL Fox Sundays. And then you got the Bud Light Knight.
Sure.
That's how it happened.
Nobody knows Cletus. Whatever, I get it.
Dude,
Nobody remembers the Anheuser-Busch Black Crowns, which were Bud Heavies with the alcohol level of a platinum.
Budweiser also makes like a whiskey infused beer. It is foul.
The logo for that Bud Light like Crown beer, since I was such a cool kid when I was playing Halo back in the day, your little avatar or logo, there was one with a skull and a crown on it. You just made all that black and a little crown red. Looked just like that Bud Light logo. And I was like dropping into lobbies, being like, hey guys, I know what a beer logo is. Didn't drink that shit. It was pretty tight.
This dude drinks.
That was my gamer tag back then. Cheesy Walks. Should have hit me up at the time. It's
I like that.
It was fun. It was
You know
terrible.
what? I saw a lot of on top of the Vizzies at Dave's last time I was in Austin, he was putting Pacificos down like at an amazing clip. That and Bang energy drinks. Me and him stopped at a gas station before we went to the gym with Dylan and just ruined my day.
Why did we do that? We really that's not even exaggeration. Like we really did that.
I thought
That's a true story?
Yeah, it was like it was the bit without it being like advertised, like being broadcast anywhere. We just thought it'd be funny, and it wasn't.
Dude, John, when John comes in town, I feel like I have to like be like this certain character, this certain version of myself. So I exclusively operate in bits. Like you think I operate in bits now? Just get me around Duda for a weekend, and it's it's the worst.
I brought Dave a cutoff Michigan State shirt for the. They played Texas Tech in the Final Four and lost. KJ, so
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Hope you're happy.
You know, while I support Texas Tech, I think I've distanced myself enough to be okay when they lose.
I had a cousin who went to Tech though, so I feel like right now I could probably fit right in a Lubbock bar. I'm planning on buying some boots while I'm in town. You guys,
let's get some content out of that.
Well, you guys need to give me the name of a store
To go boot shopping.
Like I know there's Lucchese and Tony Lama, and those are the only two I know.
You should do Lucchese for sure.
I want something with like a 3-inch heel though.
And a zipper on the side?
No zipper.
Okay.
It's also going to have to fit one of my like a really deformed foot that.
So are you taking that softball ankle in there with you?
Yeah. I'm going to need some sort of ankle support.
I'm sure we can get that done. I don't really care to break down or go into detail on any of the weekend's games for NFL. I know that's what we're here for because we're leading into probably one of the worst Thursday night games of the year, unless you consider being able to see this human being on your screen all night long as a gift. Give me a second while I show you what the physique of the Texans quarterback looks like. Let me move this
That guy's all neck.
100% all.
I picked the Texans because of this guy.
That's insane. That's a dinosaur neck.
Nothing that I would want less than to walk around just being like, yeah, I could throw at that. And he can say that at all times.
So between
that's a velociraptor.
Between that and the guy from North Carolina, the basketball player, it's been a good week for weird-looking people.
The guy whose body looks like a capital X.
It looks like he got like plastic surgery on his biceps.
Every time I saw that, it looked like somebody was holding a doll like by the middle, and it was squeezing out of all ends. I don't have that picture ready. If somebody sends it to me, great, I'll throw it up, but F it. So anything else on the NFL slate before we get into dip picks?
We'll probably go heavy on Cowboys Eagles because it's the Monday night game on our Too Much Dip podcast Monday. But don't we have Bucks Rams? Bucks Rams is a good game.
That'll be a great game. I think even an afternoon slate as well. So you have to wait till Sunday night for that.
Nice.
Got some good stuff around. Arizona Jacksonville is one of the least watchable games I've ever heard of.
Okay, well, that's okay.
I mean, all right.
Are you guys contractually obligated to pick NFL games?
No, I don't know. Probably, but I don't think we. No, I mean it's probably implied.
Okay.
I feel like it's just the most popular thing to do. It's what the people want. But I will say really quickly about the Jaguars. I feel like every week I've got to be a fucking Jaguar / Urban Meyer apologist. Vic Fangio made the comment in his press conference when they're asking about something about the Jags game. He's like, yeah, I'd never met Urban Meyer before, but after the game, shook hands. And he was like, yeah, I'm playing the NFL or coaching the NFL is like playing Alabama every week. So, of course, everyone clips that phrase, and they're like, Urban Meyer feels like every team out there is Alabama. And obviously they've played two shit teams, the Texans and Broncos are okay. The Texans are okay. But either way, they haven't played the Rams or, other good teams. And Vic Fangio brought it up like under the context of he was agreeing with Urban Meyer, saying it's hard to play and win in this league every single week. But, of course, everyone spins it as Urban Meyer over his head. Guy's going to be out of here by week 4. Get him out of there.
It's tough to win in this league.
So, John, can I get your opinion on something NFL related?
Sure.
Where do you fall on your boy Aaron Rodgers right now?
I hate the Packers.
I know you. I mean, specifically his new situation.
He looks like Lin-Manuel Miranda right now.
So you're saying he writes some badass Moana and Vivo soundtracks?
I mean, he actually. I noticed this during my rewatch of The Sopranos last month. Lin-Manuel Miranda is in an episode of that show. It's very funny to see him. But Aaron Rodgers, he's playing backyard football again. He just dusted the Lions pretty handedly. Pretty handedly, yeah. I don't truthfully watch NFL football. I'll watch the Lions if they're on, but my heart has always been in college football. That's what I like to watch. So
okay, well, that's kind of wish I had known that before because we had prepared this question for you or this prompt. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, the Dolphins got to be number one because they
most willing.
They have a human, a similar like sexual attraction to humans. There's actually, I was watching this guy from a podcast talk about a Reddit thread he found of a guy who was talking about how he found dolphins that would fuck humans in a
let's go, girls.
A marina somewhere, and obviously that's not legal to do.
Obviously,
I would never advocate for that, but a dolphin's got to be up there. Any sort of bird, a raven. They don't have a lot of teeth, so you can infer from that what you want.
All right. Well, I think that gives us a top 5, bottom 5, if you will.
Shout out to all the bottlenose dolphins.
Shout out to their family.
Shout out to the yellow-throated sparrow as well. That's a real species of bird.
Yeah, I'm familiar with said bird.
It's interesting you say that history with the Blue Jay, Duda.
Well, the Blue Jays, yeah, that's a classic internet party bit.
Right.
Yes, before we do dip picks, let's remind all the good people out there. Congratulations to Internet Party on 100 episodes. That is no small task.
Thank you. Thanks. It felt really good. Brad and I were doing shots of Casamigos on Instagram Live on Tuesday night. I woke up the next day with a violent hangover. Had a lot of trouble working. Still kind of feeling it.
But it's worth it.
It was worth it. It was fun. We had Will on. 100 episodes. It took us a while to get there, but we were very, very proud of it.
Well, I mean it entirely sincerely. There are millions of podcasts out there that don't see 50, don't see 75, and definitely don't see 100. So that is commendable regardless of how long it takes to get there.
Thank you.
Any fact to the coincidence or intent behind releasing the 100th episode with 100 days left to go in the year? I don't know if you knew that, but
I didn't know that, but I think from here on out, it's going to be consistent week over week podcasts. So we don't have plans on taking any more breaks this year.
You say that, then Brad's going to book a work trip just because you jinxed it.
Unless here's the big caveat here. Michigan and Michigan State are playing a football game on Devil's Night, October 30th.
Mm-hmm.
Could be a matchup of two undefeateds if everything goes according to plan. And that, I mean, somebody's going to get their feelings hurt.
Fair. Well, y'all have got to go live regardless if you're there in person or not. I think maybe we bring you guys back on a Monday show or something to talk shit ahead of that game. But
that would be fun.
Further ado, let's dive into dip picks.
Oh, seriously?
So gross.
Dip picks, as we all know, are year-long tracking of us picking games with just all kinds of information and accuracy. Leading the pack at 50%, 8-8 record after a incredible 6-3 week last week and hitting his big boy stacks. David, what do you have to say for yourself?
Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in.
Okay. Well, this is going to be a little uncomfortable. Actually, I'll build in a second column to make sure we track all these because I didn't think about the fact that Dylan gave us his picks. He had 4 columns, not 5. So let me add this in because I have been tracking all of the guests' picks against ours. So when we do our bet payoff at the end of the year, if the guests' picks beat any of us or all of us, that's the line in which we lose and the bet payoff is set. So I think we're going to go with a month with truck nuts. If multiple lose, we'll move on to whatever David's bet payoff was. I can't recall.
Flash mob.
Participating in a flash mob. I think both of those are way better than my Write a Country song and Perform It Live bet payoff. So Dylan and I are tied at 4 and 5. Guests picker last week, Gab, stepped up to the plate and kept the guests in the lead, or relative to Dylan and I. They're at 10 points. She was 4 and 5 as well. Hit her big boy stack 2. So, anyways, let's get into that gabagool, if you will. Can't even fucking talk. Carolina.
Gabagool.
Let's go ahead and pick that one since it's starting soon. Carolina is favored by 8 at Houston. Backup quarterback Davis Mills. Start for Houston. David?
This will be an ass beating of the highest order. Matt Rule and the Carolina Panthers. Give me, what are they laying, 8? Give me the Panthers all the way. McCaffrey's going to have like 250 plus yards altogether, all purpose, if you will. It's the Davis Mills show. It's not going to go well. Clip this if they end up going well. But yeah, I don't feel good about it. Even though I am the guy who supported the Texans early on, I said they'd be better. But then their quarterback, what's he out for like 6 weeks with the hammy? It's not good. It's not good at all.
Yeah, something like that. Hamstring injury to Tyrod Taylor.
Dave doesn't support expansion teams.
That's true. They came in, well, I guess it wasn't together, but not far. Carolina, Jacksonville.
I don't know. Are the Stars an expansion team, Dave?
Yes.
No,
they're a transfer.
Minnesota, the North Stars.
North Stars.
So I guess, yeah, transfer. My bad. I would say the Titans are an expansion, but I guess
I only recognize teams from the original 6.
I hate that about hockey. Dylan picked Carolina. I will stick with the chalk here as well. I'm going to go Carolina. Don.
I'm going Houston. I got to go with that neck.
Aiden the pick with the neck of Davis Mills. Brett, who do you have?
Let's do the Carolina Panthers because I like the Sam Darnold, Robbie Anderson blossoming connection. Or I guess you could say redo or redux 2.0 version of those two.
Let's stick with you, Brett, and we'll just go backwards here. Notre Dame is going to Chicago to meet Wisconsin. Wisconsin's favored. Number 12, Notre Dame, is the dog to 18, Wisconsin at Soldier Field.
I believe Notre Dame in every single game they've played so far has looked shaky at best for like 2 or 3 quarters. So this is a Wisconsin game. Also, it is the Jack Cohen return game.
It is,
which you gotta throw some emotional points that way. But I think Wisconsin gets this done. I don't think Notre Dame's for real. Say it,
John.
I grew up a Catholic, big ND guy outside of Notre Dame. Also, Graham Mertz, the Wisconsin QB, he's terrible this year. He got Jack Cohn to transfer. I don't understand how that's
one
possible.
game.
This guy, the Wisconsin QB is a former 5-star recruit. He's been playing like dog shit. So also there's a ton of bandwagon Notre Dame fans in Chicago that are going to show up to this game. So we're going ND.
I will stick with Notre Dame as well. I don't think Wisconsin is going to I just don't see it. I don't really have much to go with there. I'm just going to stick with Notre Dame. Dylan picked Notre Dame as well.
Yeah, because he picked chalk.
He picked the dog, maybe unintentionally.
Oh, ND is the dog.
Correct.
Okay.
They're higher ranked. They are the dog to Wisconsin by 6.5 for some reason. David.
I'm riding with Notre Dame. Revenge game. That's all I have to say.
Revenge by the players post-genocide? I'm just saying, last time we saw Brian Kelly, he wanted to murder all his players.
That's right. That's right.
Ooh.
And you know what happened? You know what happened last time a Catholic went to Soldier Field?
What happened last time?
There was a foil plot against that president of the United States. Now, a few weeks later, that president would have a very fateful day in Dallas. But that is true. Look it up.
I don't know why my camera just got drunk all of a sudden, so I'll fix my DUI camera. There we go.
I was just watching In the Line of Fire with Clint Eastwood. He plays a guy who is secret service for JFK in that movie. Very good. Check it out.
Don't watch Cry Macho. Dylan, our next pick.
Why would we?
Texas Tech is going to Austin to play Texas. Texas favored by 7.5. Dylan, no shocker here, picked Texas. I will pick with my heart, not my brain. Give me double T. Texas.
Wow.
John Duda. We have. You said points down from Tech.
I'm going Tech as well. Kind of a suck up pick to KJ here, but also I have one cousin who went to Texas Tech. So,
well, if they're anything like me, they've also had to find the student health center because
Crabtree. I remember him.
Close, exactly. Very similar story. It's Claptree was where my job was going.
Okay.
Brett, who do you have?
Yeah, give me the Graham Harrell era Texas Tech Red Raiders.
Oh,
Wow,
he's doing it.
So bad.
Put a little stank on it.
David, who do you have?
Just a little Berman nod.
Ooh, baby. You know, they got the Oregon. Is it the Oregon transfer, Tyler Show? Correct.
I've never heard
for the
pronounced. So, yes.
Well, I call him the Big Show.
Okay.
I think Tech loses, but I think they cover.
Okay.
Let's ride with the Raiders.
I also agree with that sentiment, Dave.
Okay.
You already had your chance, dude. Sorry, bud.
That's a Dicker the kicker moment for sure.
John Duda, start us off here. We have Texas A&M, number 7, going to Arlington. This is another neutral site game, playing at the AT&T Stadium against number 16 Arkansas.
I can't stand Texas A&M. I encountered a lot of those folks when I lived in Austin. They're weird. They're strange people. So on that principle alone, I have to pick Arkansas. And also, Bill Clinton, one of my favorite presidents, went to Arkansas. So go Pigs.
What specifically, like about his presidency, were you a big fan of?
His kill-death ratio.
I mean, he was where to begin, really. And
He's thinking of reasons. Brett, who's your pick?
You know what? I didn't realize this was a neutral site game, which changes my heat on Arkansas a little bit, but I'm still going Arkansas money line.
Oh, this guy's sassy.
Pig.
I guess I should have also said it's Arkansas is favored by 4.5. I'm sorry, Texas A&M is favored by 4.5. I have that down on the second line. A little confusing there. David, or I'll go. I'm going to go with Texas A&M. Backup quarterback. We're going to find out he's better than he needs to be. Their defense is still good. Their team is still loaded. I think Arkansas is good. I just don't think they're going to win.
KJ, you don't have to suck up to the ROTC.
You know how many of those people, the core they have? Do you know that's not the Army? They're not actually a part of the military. What was my mind?
We know.
Every time I'm reminded this, not a military institution. Who would have thunk it? Maroon lives matter for sure.
What kind of boots do those guys wear? A&M kids. What are
what are those?
Square toe.
Okay, so steer clear of those.
Dylan picked Arkansas. David, who do you have?
You know, even though I do have a lot of friends who did go to Texas A&M, noted intern Peyton, for example. I'm gonna do a little something here. I've been working on this all day. You ready? Woo pig suey.
Go Cock.
I'm going with I'm going with Arkansas. A&M doesn't. They haven't. I mean, they've got the backup. Their offense isn't good right now. Arkansas is hot, dude. Arkansas. I want Arkansas to be really, really good. So this might be like voting with my heart instead of my brain, but I'm riding with the Pigs.
Our third neutral site game, North Carolina's at Georgia Tech. Number 21, North Carolina, favored by 12.5. Mind you, Georgia Tech hung in there with Clemson last week. So Dylan has Georgia Tech. I am going to go out on a limb here. As much as I think Georgia Tech is good enough to keep things tight, especially in Atlanta, Mac Brown will show up for a big game. unless it's at Virginia Tech and he just can't find his headset and they're playing Metallica loud and he just doesn't know where the hell he's at. I'm going to go with UNC here. This is a game for some reason that they run away with. Duda, what do you have?
I'm going UNC. Georgia Tech lost to Northern Illinois week 1 with former Michigan State QB Rocky Lombardi. So that tells you all you need to know.
I was wondering where he ended up. That makes sense. Brett.
Yeah.
UNC lost a very I'm not going to scold them for their loss at Virginia Tech. That stadium, the first day of the year when everybody's hopped up on ketamine and Four Locos, that's a tough environment to go into. That loss sucks. I think their quarterback has figured it out. He's going to be an NFL guy. That Howell, he can sling the rock a little bit.
Ketamine is the new weed for kids.
The new CBD.
It's TikTok weed.
Yeah.
David, who do you have?
It's TikTok weed. I'm trying to unpackage that in my head.
Weed's not cool anymore, Dave.
It was never cool to me. I don't do that shit. Give me Mac Brown at UNC. I like what they're doing. This one's for Sally. Mac Brown's wife, that is.
All right, now to the games that John's been waiting for. Over to the NFL. Bears at Browns. Justin Fields first starter, debut start at Cleveland. Cleveland is favored by 7. David, who do you have?
Ooh, as I sit here and ponder such a question with my child who's supposed to be sleeping, just whining, just continuously like he does so often.
Trying to make his picks.
Give me. This is going to be the Browns have been kind of weird. They kind of let Houston hang around a little bit. I think this is going to be like a signature Baker performance and just an ass beating of the highest order. Give me the Browns.
It is ass beating season, something like that. Dylan has also taken Browns. I tend to agree with you here. However, I also feel like you had a good point when you said that Houston's better than people expected them to be. I think their coach might be an idiot, but I think they've got some talent enough to hang into games, and that showed in their game against the Browns. So the Browns are probably better than need be. However, Jarvis Landry is out, most likely, and or dinged up. Give me Justin Fields to make the rest of the Bears season quite interesting. I'll take the Bears plus 7.
Guys, I've got to run in about 60 seconds here. But
well, then you've got the Browns this week. Who do you have for Bucks Rams? We'll let you finish yours out.
I got Rams plus 1.5. They have Stafford now, which I hate. And I'm taking the Packers versus the 49ers. And then my big boy stacks pick is going to be Michigan State -3. I'm very nervous about that game, but I think they're going to win by like 17. So,
okay, he's really nervous though.
I don't know. Vegas just constantly disrespects Michigan State. So,
well, thank you so much for joining us, dude.
Johnny D.
Over.
Thank you guys. Really appreciate it, and excited to see y'all in a couple weeks in Austin.
Bye.
Thanks, John.
All right, let's wrap up dip picks here real quick. I know we're way over, but when the Crank Corner calls, the Crank Corner calls.
Fun and easy banter.
So Duda has the Browns for there we go. For Bears Browns. Brett, who do you have?
I get a feeling about this game, KJ, and that feeling has to do with Justin Fields' ACL. I don't want to go there again.
No, what are you doing?
You did it to him last year.
First start on the big stage.
It's a bad take.
I don't like Cleveland's turf.
Oh my God. Okay. So are you taking Cleveland?
No, you need the Bears. lose, but cover.
You're going to hear from Josh Poslancy or whatever his last name is. Bucks at Rams. Closest game we've got to pick. Basically NFL pick 'em. Rams are favored, or Bucks are favored by 1.5. I'm sorry. Rams are at home. Dylan has the Bucks. John has the Rams. David, who do you have?
Ooh, this is kind of one of those things where I wish I would have looked up Tom Brady's record on the West Coast. I didn't. I'm just going to assume it's not that as good. I don't know. I feel like the only teams he would have played there would be like the Chargers, right? I don't know. Whatever. I haven't really thought about it. Anyway, give me the Rams. I'm going with the Rams. I'm feeling like this is a classic game. Give me the Rams.
I'm taking the Rams as well. Healthier team overall. That's the only reason I'm picking the Rams. And they're getting a 1.5, so I'll go with that. Brett.
Am I crazy for loving the Bucs here?
No.
Yeah. I love the Bucs on this game. I think the Sean McVay, like a little bit of his shine is wearing off. Just a smidge. Just a smidge. Cooper Kupp, though, I think he's the best receiver in the league right now, stats wise. So that'll be a fun game. Hammer the over on that game.
Oh yeah.
We have Packers at Niners on Sunday night, which I don't have the button loaded up, so whatever.
Sunday night.
Packers are getting 3 points on the road at the 2QB show featuring Garoppolo and Trey Lance. Dylan has the Packers, as does John Duda. I am rocking with the Niners at home. End up in the running back room, but overall, I think I'm going to stick with the home team here. Brett, who do you have?
Yeah, I just don't know if the Packers are real or not. They've put up two polar opposite performances. I think A-Rod came out a little pissed off on Monday night. I think he continues that in the home state of California. Give me the Packers.
Oh, this is a home game for him, right?
I mean, technically, California's a home game for Tom Brady too, but I wasn't going to bring that up.
Don't you dare! Don't you dare!
I'm sure he'll have Aaron Rodgers, all of his family and friends there, which there are many.
Hopefully JoJo's there.
Aaron Rodgers family section.
Give me. I'm going San Fran. I'm going 49ers. Aaron Rodgers he's just weirding me. His vibe is just so odd right now. I can't pick him in good faith.
All right, and last but not least, let's get our big boy stacks. Get the hell out of here. Dylan, shocking absolutely nobody and breaking our only rule is to pick games that do not occur on Monday night. And of course, he picked Dallas. Favored by 3.5. They play Monday night. So we won't know our big boy stacks and or any of this till next Thursday. We'll deal with it. Okay. John Duda, as he told you twice, Michigan State favored by 3 is his big boy stack. David, who do you have?
Can we talk Mountain West real quick?
Okay.
Can we talk our friends Wyoming? Can we talk Wyoming laying 30.5 to Connecticut? Can we talk I'm taking Wyoming laying 30.5 to Connecticut? Connecticut being one of the worst teams of all time in the history of team sports. Their point differentials just an absolute disgrace. I'm riding with Wyoming.
I said a couple weeks ago they stopped playing football. I meant in the AAC. But it seems like they've stopped playing football. Randy Esdell tried to quit and say, I'll quit at the end of the season. They're like, nah, get the fuck out now. And things have only continued to be bad. So that's I hate the pick.
I think they have like 3 quarterbacks going or something crazy. I mean, I always think about the kids that are on these programs and hopefully they're all going to school free and whatever. Not all of them are, but it's just sad, but they're bad. They need something, but it's not going to happen. They are not going to cover.
Brett, who do you have?
I like, if I could, I can't do it because it's next week, but I would take Ole Miss at Alabama to cover whatever their spread's going to be. I can't. So let's save that for next week. This week, I'm taking big boy stacks are Tampa Bay, LA Rams over.
Wow. Okay. What's the over-under set at?
55.5 and opened at 50. So that sucker is flying.
Okay. I like it. Thinking outside of the box. That has worked for our guests so far. For my big boy stack in the final pick of the night, I want us to turn our attention to Northern Virginia, the tiny little school with a badass stadium and kind of cool uniforms, Old Dominion Monarchs, one of the newest teams at the FBS level, also sneakily on the radar for the AAC. Old Dominion is favored by, I want to say 13.5, if my memory serves me correct. And they're playing Buffalo. No, I'm sorry. They're 13.5-point dogs. I had that backwards. And they're playing Buffalo, who is a perennial MAC dominant team. I figured having two northern/western New Yorkers here, picking against them might prove me beneficial. So I'm going to be taking Old Dominion plus 13.5 at home. Lock it up.
Lock it
Wow. Never.
I
thought
will
I'd see the
also.
day.
I don't know if this is a thing we could do, but my DraftKings lineup has Alan Lazard firmly in it. It has Christian McCaffrey firmly in it, and it has Tom Brady.
Thank you for the reminder. Tom Brady, Alan Lazard, and who? Christian McCaffrey?
McCaffrey.
Price of the lineup.
As you can imagine, that's an expensive lineup, so the rest of my team doesn't look great, but just saying.
If you think that lineup sucks, go check out our DraftKings League, Too Much Dip League on DraftKings. Either search it in the leagues. If you cannot find it, hit me up on Twitter. I'll send you the link or the invite. It's been dropped in the Discord. If you're not there, that link is in my Twitter bio. But join us. We have a free game that's already kicked off for tonight, each Thursday night. We have
My lineup's so bad tonight.
Well, you win some, lose some. We've got cash games and free games on Sundays, and as the season goes on, we'll throw some other stuff in the mix. Thank you, Alec Lacey.
And Aaron Rodgers had no touchdowns until last week. That's pretty cool.
Well, I mean, you did try to just pick the Iron Bowl like 7 seconds ago or something. I can't recall.
The Iron Bowl.
That's in November, but hey, whatever.
Ole Miss, best 3-0 team in the country after this weekend.
Pandering. Give me Mississippi State in the Egg Bowl. All right.
Oh,
what we got? Let me get the hell out of here. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for sticking around.
I want my chips with the dip. That's all I know. I don't want my chips plain. I want my chips with the dip. So bring them dips.